Hello everyone, I hope you all are healthy and safe. I, Ms. Kunjan Daswani from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group Kota, welcome you all to the e-learning classes of English Grammar, and today we are going to do the revision of chapter number 18. So now we are going to do chapter number 18, sentences. Okay, so what is a sentence? So sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. So these are the group of words when combined together, they make complete sense. So they will be called as a sentence. Okay, so I can call them as a group of words that makes complete sense, right? So this is what is a sentence. So a sentence always begins with a capital letter and mostly sentences ends with a full stop. So an example is written in your book, that is, this is Rohina, right? This is given. So here you can see the sentence is beginning with a capital letter and ending with a full stop, right? So a sentence begins with a capital letter and ends, mostly sentences ends with a full stop, right? So now moving to the exercise which is given on page number 73 itself, exercise number A. Okay, so what you have to do is tick the group of words that makes complete sense. You have to tick to the group of words that are completing the sense. I can call them, that are called as a sentence. Okay, you have to tick them. Okay, so the clown, is it making some complete sense? No. Is there anything complete? No, it's just a normal two words phrase I can call, like, okay. So we will put a cross in the first one. Okay, now in the second one, what you will do? Shahina likes football. Shahina is beginning with a capital letter and ending with a full stop, right? And it's making a complete sense. That is why it is a sentence. So you have to put tick in the box which is given in the right. Okay, now moving to the next exercise, which is exercise number B, first one. So rearrange the following group of words to form the meaningful sentences. Use capital letters and full stops. So we are given with jumbled words. We have to rearrange the sentence. We have to make a meaningful sentence, and we will begin with the capital letter and end with a full stop. Okay. So first is Mumbai, big city is a. So we have to rearrange the sentence. First the subject will come, which is Mumbai. Okay, then the verb which is a, big, and then city. Okay, we have rearranged it. We have begun with a capital letter and we will end with a full stop. Okay, now rest you have to do this like this only. Moving to the C exercise. That is, we will do C first part, which is underline the most suitable word to complete each sentence. We have to choose the most suitable words which are given in the brackets. Okay, so an elephant has 4 dash and the options are eyes, legs or ears. You have seen an elephant. Is it having 4 eyes? No. Is it having 4 ears? No, it has 4 legs. So the answer for this one would be legs. You have to, legs is written, where legs is written, you have to underline it. Okay, so this is the A, B and C exercise. Now moving to the next topic, which is types of sentences. Okay, now there are 3 types of sentences. What are they? First is a statement. Second is a question. And third is exclamatory sentence. Okay, now what you have to do is a sentence which says or states something. That's a normal statement. We are not asking a question or we are not expressing our feeling. That time the sentence is just a normal statement. It's saying something or it's stating something. That time this, the type of sentence would be statement, and this sentence would end with a full stop. It will end with a full stop. Now moving to the second type of sentence, which is what? A question. When a sentence asks a question, that sentence is there that asks a question. We are asking a question. So at that time we use a full stop to end it. No, we use a question mark. Okay. So a statement that is telling us what? That is a sentence which asks questions. Is what? A question statement. What you have to do is you have to put a question mark in the last. Now moving to the third one, that is exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence is used to show the sudden feeling or I can say strong feeling or emotion. When we are expressing our emotions, expressing our feelings, that time the sentence would be exclamatory sentence, and we will use exclamation mark with the words or with the after the word or after the sentence which is expressing an emotion or feeling. Okay, so for statement we will end with full stop, for question we will end with question mark, and for exclamatory sentence we will end with exclamation mark after the word which is expressing the emotion or after the sentence which is expressing the strong emotion or feeling. Okay, now looking to the exercise of this, exercise number D. First part, add full stop or a question mark at the end of each sentence. We have to see if this is a question or if this is a statement. According to that we have to put a full stop or a question. So where is my umbrella? So this is what we are asking something. So this is a question. So we will add a question mark in the last. Okay. Now the second one is, this poem is beautiful. So this sentence is just saying something. It's stating something. That is why we will add full stop over here. Okay. Now this is the exercise. Moving to the E exercise. You can see, fill in the blanks with the correct word. We are given with the help box. In the help box some words are written, that is ouch, hush, alas, hello, hooray, and after these words there is an exclamation mark. We have to put these words with exclamation mark in the blanks, okay, in the suitable blank. So the first sentence is dash, it's nice to see you after so long, and the word which is suitable for this blank, that is hello, and after hello what we will put is E. First part, answer is hello, and after hello we will put exclamation mark. Okay, so this is E exercise first part. Now F exercise, you can see on page number 76. Okay, F exercise, write whether the following sentences are statements, questions or exclamatory sentences. So what we have to do is you have to see the sentence and you have to write whether that statement or the following sentences are a statement or a question or they are exclamatory sentences. So I waited for you at the bus stop. You can see it's beginning with a capital letter and ending with a full stop, right? So because of that it's what? It's a statement. So we will write statement for the first one. First answer is statement because it's ending with what? It's ending with a full stop and beginning with what? A capital letter. Okay. Now in the second one you can see, why did you get late? Okay. So you can see it's ending with what? Question mark, right? So this is what? A question. So the answer for the second one would be question. Okay, so you have to do this F exercise like this only. Now we are going to do the last topic of this chapter, that is parts of a sentence, okay, which is given on page number 76. So parts of a sentence. Okay, so there are two parts of a sentence. What are they? The first is the subject and the second one is predicate. Okay, so subject is the naming part of the sentence, or I can say the subject is the thing which is telling us about this sentence, like what the sentence is all about. Okay, so it's what? It's the naming part. It tells us what the sentence is about. Okay, now moving to the second one, that is predicate. Okay, so predicate is the action part. Okay, so here it tells us something about the subject only. It describes the subject, I can say, and it has, predicate includes the verb also. Okay, now you can see a statement which is written, Sanjeev is reading. Okay, here what is the subject? Here the naming part, or I can say what is the sentence about? Sanjeev. Okay, so this is what? Sanjeev. So Sanjeev is what? A subject. So this is subject in the sentence. And the describing part, the action part of this sentence is reading, and it's something which is related to the subject. It's telling us about the subject only, that what the subject is doing, right? It is telling us about the subject. So this would be the predicate, and it includes verb also. You can see it's having verb. So this is what? The predicate. This is the predicate in the sentence. Okay, so this is what? Subject and predicate. Now the last exercise, which is the G exercise. You can see, match the subjects in column A with suitable predicates in column B to form the meaningful sentences. Okay, on page number 76 only you can find this exercise, which is the last exercise of this chapter. Match the subjects in column A. The subjects are written in column A and the predicates are written in column B. You have to match the correct subject with the correct predicate. Okay. Now the frogs. You can find the frogs. What the frogs do? Okay. So you can find the answer. The answer is D1. Okay. So here you can see D, croc in the pond. Okay. So you have to write 1 near the D point, where the D point is ending in the column B. There you have to write 1. Okay, you have to put 1 over there. Okay, you can see this is column A and this is column B, right? Here you can see the first one, that is the frogs, and here somewhere here you can see the D point, right, which is what? Croak in the pond, right? This is written over there. Here this is what? The D point, right? In column D, this is the D point. So here you have to write 1. Okay? Here you have to write what? 1. And rest you have to do like this only. Okay? I hope you have understood it well. Stay fit, stay at your home. Thank you.